Hello students, welcome to our today lesson. We are in Unit 6, Lesson 6. So welcome. Still we are learning and more on circles. So in our previous class we have learned angles that are formed inside and on the circle. Our today lesson is about angles and arcs determined by lines intersecting outside a circle. So this is our today lesson. So in our today lesson, we are going to see again angles and the lines that intersect outside the circle. Now let us start. The first theorem says the measure of the angle formed by the lines of two chords intersecting outside a circle is half the difference of the measure of the arcs they intersect. Students, look this and try to understand this theorem. It tells us how to find the angle formed by two chords intersecting outside the circle. It says to find the angle formed by two chords intersecting outside the circle is half of the difference of the two arcs they intersect. That means if we see in figure, measure of angle XBA is equals to 1 of half of measure of angle BY. When we see the figure AX, now here there are two chords AB and XY. Both of them intersect at the point B, P, which is outside the circle. Now if we wanted to find the measure of this angle which is outside the circle, we can get it by half of the difference of the two intercepted arcs. As we can see here, measure of XBA, the angle outside, is equal to half of arc BY minus half of arc AX. Ardayay, haddii aynu rabno inaynu soo saarno cabirka xagasha ay sameeyaan laba koordhi oo ku kulma goobada dibaddeeda, waxaa lagu heli karaa badhka farqiga u dhaxeeya labada qaanso ee ay sameeyaan labada koordhi. Labada koordhi sida hadda inooga muuqata halkan ama labada boqon ee AB iyo XY waxay sameeyaan laba qaanso, qaanso weyn iyo qaanso yar. Sayna xagashu inooga noqon negative qiimo 10 ayna inoogu soo bixin, waxaynu haday jeer soo horeysiinayna xagasha weyn oo qaansada weyn oo laga jaray qaansada yar ayaan waxa halka inooga soo baxa ayaan half ka dhigaynaa aan barayna barkaas ayaan odhanaynaa waa maxay waa qiimihii xagasha ay sameeyeen labadii koordhi ee ku kulmayay goobada dibadeeda. Haddaba waxaa kaloo jira also the product property PA times PB is equal to BX times BY. Taas waxay ka dhigan tahay labadan koordhi inta dibadda xigta oo lagu dhuftay koordhiga oo dhan waxay leegtahay inta dibadda xigta oo lagu dhuftay koordhiga oo dhan. That means BA oo kale koordhiga BAB, that means BA PA dibadda ay xigta waxa lagu dhufanayaa BP. Waxay taas kula mid noqonaysaa BX oo intii dibadda xigtay oo lagu dhuftay say u dhan koordhigaasi oo dhan BY. This is also true. This is the product property or the rectangle property. Okay, now let us see ardayay haddii aynu intan fahanay sida loo soo saarayo xagasha ay sameeyaan laba koordhiyo ku kulmaa goobada dibaddeeda bal aynu eegno tusaalahan. Example, in the figure below from B seconds BA and BC are drawn so that measure of angle ABC is equal to 60 degree. Chords AB and CD intersect at F such that measure of arc BD is equal to 50 degree. Find the measure of angle APC. ardayay waxayna la weydiiyay inaynu soo saarno cabirka xagasha APC. What type of angle is this? Let us see the figure. The figure is this. We want to find APC. This angle is what? An angle formed outside the circle. So to find the angle formed outside the circle, what formula do we use? Which theorem should we apply? What should we say to find? Waxaan sameynaa ama aan idhaahnaa si aynu u helo xagasha ay sameeyeen labada koordhi ee ku samaysantay goobada dibaddeeda ama goobada ka baxsan. xagasha goobada ka baxsan maxaynu odhan karnaa? So let us see the solution together. Solution, since angle APC is an angle formed by two chords intersecting outside the circle. So measure of angle APC is equal to what? Half of the difference of the arcs they intercept. maxaynu odhanaa labada arkeenu kala jarayna waayo waa arc AC iyo arc BD, qaansada AC iyo qaansada BD. oo waxaynu soo horeysiisanaynaa qaansada weyn ee AC qiimaheeda waxaynu ka jari qaansada yar waxay nooga soo baxa ayaynu laba u sii qaybinaynaa. Okay, since measure of angle ABC is equal to 60 degree, from this measure of arc AC is equal to 120 degree. Why? What is the reason why we say it is 120 degree? If we put this angle on the circle, if we mark on the circle APC, so this angle is inscribed angle, so the subtending arc will be double of this angle. maadaama xagashani tahay xagal gees ama inscribed angle, qaansada ka soo horjeeda waxay noqonaysaa xagasha cabirkeedu la laabay noqonaysaa. sidaas daraadeed maadaama 60 degree ahay maxay noqonaysaa qaansada ka soo horjeeday 120 degree ayay noqonaysaa. waayahay, now measure of angle ABC is equal to 1/2 time is 120 degree minus 50 degree. Arc BD was already given us, no need to calculate that much. wax soo saaris ama raadinuna looga baahan yahay si hela qaansada BD looma baahno waayo qaansada BD qiimaheeda waa loo sheegay marka hore waa la siiyay 50 degree maadaama uu ahaa. sidaas daraadeed marka la kala jaro 120 waxay soo baxaysaa 70 degree. Half of 70 degree will become 35 degree. Therefore, the measure of angle ABC is equal to 35 degree. sidaas daraadeed maxaynu helay xagashii ka samaysantay goobada dibaddeeda ama goobada ka baxsanayd ee ay sameeyeen labada koordhi waxay noqotay 35 degree. Students, I think it was really clear and it makes clear how we will use the previous theoremkii ama aragtiinkii aan soo eegnay qaabkaynu u adeegsanay waxaan u malaynayaa inuu aad iyo aad inoogu fududeeyay tusaalahan. Okay, let us proceed from here. Again, another example. But before I start the solution, try to highlight the necessary steps that you can follow. It says, this example says, based on the figure below, find measure of angle AB if measure of angle A is equal to 10 degree, measure of arc EF is equal to 15 degree, and measure of arc CD is equal to 95 degree. As you can see from this figure, there are chords that intersect outside the circle. There are angles that are formed outside the circle. How many angles do you observe on this figure? imise xaglood ayaa kaaga muuqda shaxankan oo ka samaysmay goobada dibaddeeda ama goobada ka baxsan. We have two angles, isn't it? Angle B and angle A. Both of them are what? Formed outside the circle. Haddaba waxayna laga rabaa inaynu soo saarno qiimaha xagasha B. So what should we do to find? As before, we will try to understand and highlight what is given us, what is not given us, okay? So let us see the solution. Let us say solution, okay? This is our figure. We have angle A outside, one angle which is formed outside the circle we have. Also we have EF, we are given arc. Since measure of angle B is equals to half of measure of arc CD minus measure of XY. xagasha B maadaama ay ka samaysan tahay goobada dibadeeda ama ay tahay xagal ka baxsan goobada, waxaynu ku helaynaa farqiga u dhaxeeya labada qaanso ee ay samayso ama ay samayso xagashaasi oo loo qaybshay laba. labadii qaanso maxay kala yihiin? qaansadii weyneed waa CD, qaansadii yaraydna waa XY ama YX. sidaas daraaddeed qiimaha markaynu rabno xagasha B, when we want to find the angle B measure, we will subtract these two arcs, arc DC and arc XY. From the given, we have measure of arc CD we have. It is what? 95 degree. Also we have measure of angle A. Angle A is found from where? Outside the circle. It is 10 degree. Again, we have measure of arc EF, which is equals to 15 degree. But we don't have what? Measure of arc XY. To find the angle B, we need to find what? We should have to know XY, arc XY. saynu helo xagashayna la weydiinayay soo raadiye waxa laga maarmaan inaynu helo qiimaha qaansada XY inaynu helo. haddaynu taa helo baynu qaacidadii ugu horeysay qornay ahayd barka farqiga u dhaxeeya labada qaanso ee samaysa xagasha B, marka baynu heli karnaa. So now to find, what can we say? halkee maxaanu isticmaalaa balse aynu soo saarno? Now we can use angle A. Angle A maadaama uu yahay xagal ka baxsan goobada, waxaynu adeegsanaynaa EF iyo qiimaha xagasha A si aynu soo saarno XY. Now measure of angle A is equal to half of measure of arc XY minus measure of arc EF. Isn't it clear? Because angle A, EF is the smaller arc, XY is the larger arc. This angle formed outside the circle is obtained by the formula we have written in this place, 1/2 times measure of arc XY minus measure of arc EF. Now we have A 10 degree, we have EF 15 degree, so easily we can find that in this form. From this we have measure of arc XY is equal to 35 degree. Isn't it? Simple calculation. It is 35 degree. If we get the value of XY, we can find angle B. haddaynu helo XY, qaansada XY ay qiimaheeda waynu soo saari karnaa hadda xagasha B. Now measure of angle B is equal to half of measure of arc CD minus measure of arc XY. What was measure of arc CD? It was 95 degree. What we get what? Measure of arc XY? We get 35 degree. So subtract the two, then half the answer. So measure of arc, this is equals to 1/2 of 95 degree minus 35 degree, which is equals to half of 60 degree, which is equals to 30 degree. How it was, students? It was interesting, isn't it? Very good. Now this is the angle that we are expected to find. Okay, now let us see another theorem that is important for us. The measure of an angle formed by a tangent and a secant drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle is equal to 1/2 the difference of the measure of the intercepted arcs. Students, can you change this into figure form? What angle are we talking about? The angle is made up of what? tangent and secant. Do you remember what tangent was? What secant was? I am sure you remember, isn't it? Tangent was a line that touches only one point from the circle, while secant was a line that touches from the circle 2 points. Now let us see in figure form what it will become. It is like this. Now which line do you think is the tangent? Now BC is the tangent line. AD or AB is what? The secant line. Now the angle they form it. Which angle they form it? Angle B again. This angle B will be equal to what? Half of the arc. The difference of the arc they intercept. That means measure of angle B is equal to half of arc AC minus arc DC or CD. So this is larger arc is AC, the smaller arc is what? CD. Therefore, the difference of those two half will give us the angle formed outside the circle. Now, another theorem, let us see. This theorem states that if a secant and tangent are drawn from a point outside a circle, then the square of the length of the tangent is equal to the product of the length of a line segment given by BA square is equal to BP times PC. Let us see. We will understand this when we see by figure form. This is the figure. Which one is the tangent line? The tangent line square is equal to, it says, the tangent line is PA. If we square, it will be equal to PP times PC. That means the secant line outside the circle segment times the whole secant line. Based on this, a lot of questions can be raised. Now, let us see example from the figure above. If PP is equal to 2 and PC is equal to 6, find PA. Which figure are we using? The figure shown above. We are given PP 2, BC we are given 6. We want to find what? The length of the tangent line. Let us say solution. PA is tangent line. By using the above theorem, we will say what? PA square is equal to PP times PC. BA square will be PP times PP plus PC, since BC is what? The whole secant line. Therefore, the whole secant line consists about what? 2 line segments, BP and BC. Therefore, when we add in that form, we will get what? 2 times 2 plus 6, which is equal to 16. So PA will become what? Easily 4, square root of 16. This is one advantage, one example that simplifies the theorem given above. Now, let us see another example. Using the figure below, tangent BT, secant PE, PC, and the chord is PD. If CG is equal to 4 units, GA is equal to 6 units, DG is equal to 3 units, BF is equal to 9 units, and BA is equal to 8 units. Find the length of GP, EF, PT. Can you find by looking at the figure? We have this figure. We are given some values, some line segments values. We want to find how many? 3 line segments lengths we want to find. Can we find? Let us see together. If your turn will come, markaagu waa iman hadda laakiin aan ka wada shaqeyno. Let us say solution. This is the figure. What we did is what? Maxaan sameynay? Sawirkeeni maxaynu sameynay? Wixiina la siiyay ayaynu calaamadaysanay. Intaasan ka haystaa, line-kan intaasaa la iga yidhi. So, it will make you what? To get easily what you are asking. Now, to find the length of GB, use productive properties. We want to find what? GB. So, the productive property says what? DG times GB is equal to CG times CA. BG times GB is equal to CG times GA, which is equal to what? 3 times GB is equal to 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. So we will divide both sides by 3. We will get what? GB is equal to 8 units. Next, to find the length of EF, first to find the length of what? PT. What is PT? What type of line? The name of this line is what? Yes, very good. It is tangent line. So we will use the product property. BT square is equal to what? Which line? Now let us see. Using the second line PC, you see the second line PC, we have BT square is equal to PA times PC. As we said before, from the second line, one part is outside the circle, isn't it? From the second line, some segment is outside the circle, the other segment is inside the circle. So the part outside the circle times all of the second line. Now this will be equal to BT square will be 8 times 18. How do we get 18? Same way, let's do it one can say line ka BC muxuu ka kooban yahay 8 waa inta dibadda xigta goobada ka dibadda ka xigta 6 iyo 4 6 iyo 4 marka la isku daro waa 10 marka loo sii geeyo 8na waa 8 iyo 10. So that is BC. So BT square is equal to 144. In short, what is BT? BT is 12 units because of the square root of 144. Okay, to find EF, the same methodology. BT square is equal to what? PE times PE. And from this we will get that PE is equal to 16 units total. That means the whole second line BE is 16. If one part is 9, what will be EF? It will become 7 units. Okay, how it was, students? I hope now your turn is coming. Your turn, we reached your turn. Waxaynu gaadhnay markiina. Now let us say activity. I hope that you will do. Now it says here, from the figure below, measure of angle PPC is equal to 38 degree, measure of angle PRC is equal to 68 degree, and measure of angle PRC is equal to 62 degree. This is calculate the measure of the angle of triangle ABC. How is it? You have how many minutes? Not more than 3 minutes. The more you try, the more you understand. As before, try quickly. Good luck. Okay. Welcome back, students. I hope that you did, that you tried. Now let us see together what will be the solution is and take the necessary corrections. Solution. First, mark the given values on the figure as below. What are you given? Mark it first, like this. We are given this angle is 48 degree, 68 degree, 62 degree. We have marked them. Then from this we have measure of arc BC. Which arc? The arc opposite to the angle 48 degree. It will be twice of that angle 95 degree. Measure of arc PP is equals to 124 degree, isn't it? Okay. Again, also using a measure of angle PRC, we know that this angle is formed from what? Two chords intersecting inside the circle, therefore it is formula is what? Half of the sum of the two arcs. PC we have, but we don't have PQ. We can find from here PQ, and we will get that 68 degrees equals to half of 96 degree plus measure of arc PQ. From this we will get that measure of arc BQ is equal to 40 degree. Since measure of arc BC plus measure of arc PP plus measure of arc PQ plus the measure of arc CQ is equal to 360 degree, because one complete, the full circle is 360 degree. So the sum of all the arcs of a circle must become 360 degree. Therefore from here we can understand that the measure of arc CQ is equal to 100 degree. Now we will try to find measure of the angle or angles of triangle ABC are like this. Measure of angle A is equal to 28 degree. Angle A is formed where? Outside the circle. What was the formula that we can calculate? Half of the difference of the intercepted arcs. So it's 28 degree. Measure of angle APC is equal to half of measure of arc CQP, which is equal to half of 140 degree, and this is 70 degree. Okay, now what is left for us? Only one angle. Measure of angle ACP, which is equal to half of measure of arc BPQ, which is half of 164 degree, and which is equal to 82 degree. These are the angles of the triangle ABC. Therefore, we can say the measures of the angles of triangle ABC are 28 degree, 70 degree, and 82 degree respectively. Are we right? How can we check whether we are right or not? Same ku ogaan karnaa inaan saxanahay in kala bal. Saddex xagalka xaglihiisa marka la isku wada daro waa inay imisa noqdaan. The sum of the angles of any triangle should be 180 degree. Add these angles, 28 degree plus 70 degree plus 82 degree should give us 180 degree. Yes, we are right. How many of you get this? Very good. That is all our today lesson. Till we meet our next lesson, work hard, practice more, read more. The more you read, the more you understand. The more you practice, the more you get. Bye-bye.